depends on the amount of current, resistance of conductor, and the time for which the electric current is passed. These are the three factors. These are the three factors on which the amount of heat produced in a current carrying conductor depends. H proportional to I square. H proportional to I square. That means if we increase the current, the amount of heat also increases. Then heat produced proportional to resistance of conductor also. And then heat proportional to time. If we pass the same current for more time, then the amount of heat also increases. Now, if we come to this relation, that is H proportional to T, if we take various conductors, suppose we take different materials, wire with the different materials, the wire with it is copper, silver, and then iron, taking three wires of the same dimension, means length, area of cross section same, and the same current is passed through all the wires for the same time, then definitely the amount of current, amount of heat produced is different. It is depending on the resistance of conductor. As we know that silver is the best conductor, so the resistance in the silver is least, then copper, iron. So in these three materials, iron has the highest value of resistance. So the amount of heat produced is greater in the iron wire. Right? So now this is the conclusion, the relation. It was given by a scientist, Joule, James Prescott Joule. That's why this is also known as Joule's law of heating. It is also known as Joule's law of heating. Joule's law of heating means when an electric current is passed through a wire, the amount of heat produced, H proportional to I square, H proportional to R, H proportional to T. That is the Joule's law of heating. Right? Okay. So this is the conclusion, that whenever we pass the electric current through any kind of material, definitely the heat will be produced. That amount of heat produced depends on the current, resistance of conductor, and the time. Right. This heat produced is due to the work done by battery, or we can say it is due to the energy supplied by battery. Energy means what kind of energy? Electrical energy. Battery is supplying energy. Inside the battery, the chemical energy is stored. When due to that chemical energy, if the electrons are coming out, then it is changed into electrical energy. And that electrical energy is supplied by the battery. Due to that, it is doing work. The amount of heat is produced, from which we get one more quantity, that is electric power. Electric power. Simply, the power is rate of doing work. In the same manner, here also the electric power can be defined as the amount of electrical energy consumed per unit time. It can be stated in different way. The electric power, it is electrical work done. Electrical work upon time per unit time, or it can be written as electrical energy supplied. Electrical energy supplied per unit time, or it is also the amount of heat produced per unit time. In any manner we can write. So that the amount of electrical work done per unit time is the electric power, or we can say it is P equal to the amount of heat per unit time also. Already we got the formula H equal to I square RT. So P equal to I square RT upon T. That is P equal to I square R. It is I square R. Electrical power. Electric power. Power tells about how much energy is consumed, how much energy is supplied by the source, consumed by the appliance per unit time. So, in another way, the electric power tells the efficiency of that appliance. Efficiency of that appliance, that how much energy is consumed per unit time. This is applicable for all the materials, all the appliances, electric power. Right? Now, this electric power, we got the formula P equal to I square R. This can also be expressed in two other way also. P equal to I square R. Here we have the three variables: power, current and time. It can be changed in the other form by taking the Ohm's law. From the Ohm's law we have V equal to IR, then I equal to V upon R. If we put the value, we get P equal to V square upon R square into R. Now P equal to V square upon R. This is also a relation. P equal to I square R, P equal to V square upon R. This relation can also be used. One more relation. Instead of getting I from this Ohm's law, we can write R equal to V upon I. If we use this relation in this, then power equal to I square into V upon I, that is equal to VI. So, the power can be expressed in three methods: P equal to I square R, P equal to V square upon R, P equal to VI. In any of the form we can express the power. Any relation can be used to calculate the other quantity. If you want to calculate the power, what are given, that has to be first analyzed. If we are given resistance and current, can be used this relation. Potential difference and resistance, this relation. Current and potential difference, this relation. Any relation can be used. So that is the electric power. Now, we have to discuss more thing about the units and how this is used for the electric appliance. That we will discuss in the next video.